Hello everypony, my name is Larry Semibrief, and do you remember this video? It's been out for over a month already, yet it feels like just yesterday I released it. Anyway, in that video I said that Spitfire was Rainbow Dash's polar opposite, and in this video I'd like to expand on it. This is going to be an interesting one, because this is the first time on the channel that I will be talking about a potential element of disharmony, which is a concept I'll go more in depth on other videos. Either way, you should stick around, because this is going to be a fun one. Spitfire is the pony that's in charge of the Wonderbolts. Her personality consists of confidence, ego, or pride. And does this sound familiar? Because this is oddly similar to what I said about Rainbow Dash in my very first ever video. So, how are they so different? You know, if they have the same personality, they can't be that different, right? Well, let's talk about one of Rainbow Dash's key traits, her loyalty. Rainbow Dash puts everything, like her ego and ambitions, aside for her friends. But Spitfire doesn't put anything in front of her ego or pride. Either way, there are many examples of her, we'll say, treacherous actions throughout the entire show. But what is treachery? Treachery, defined by Google.com, is the betrayal of trust in a deceptive action or nature. And that definition fits Spitfire like a glove. There are countless times where she shows this. So let's talk about those. The earliest, and I would argue the best example I can think of off the top of my head, is in the Best Night Ever, where she decides to ignore Rainbow Dash even after personally inviting her herself, for saving Rarity after her and the other Wonderbolts failed to. This undoubtedly utterly shattered Rainbow's ego, and I personally think Spitfire did this with malicious intent. She let her own ego get in the way of possibly the best night, pun intended, of Rainbow Dash's entire life. That is cold, and a complete betrayal of trust. But her treachery doesn't just stop there. Oh no, of course it doesn't. Another treacherous action of Spitfire was allowing Lightning Dust to stay on the Wonderbolts, even after Rainbow Dash reported her, because, and I quote, because she's pushing the team in the right direction. Although, to Spitfire's credit, she did eventually kick out Lightning Dust at the end of the episode, but I personally theorize she only did this to avoid backlash. I further theorize that it's because of her own ego. But there's so much more. Like the time she lied to both Rainbow Dash and Soren, her own teammate, who's probably been in the Wonderbolts for a very, very long time, which, in my opinion, is just slimy and two-faced to do. But this is nothing new for Spitfire, as we all know. Now, this next one is arguable, but it's still relevant to talk about. In the Season 4 finale, Spitfire and the rest of the Wonderbolts get, for lack of a better term, absolutely demolished by T-Rex in under 20 seconds, which is just embarrassing. The next time she is shown on screen, she sees Rainbow Dash singing about how they defeated T-Rex and their friendship will never die. This may just be me, but she looks spiteful when she's shown, as if she was jealous that she wasn't the hero again. She seemed to let her massive ego get in the way of a genuinely happy moment once again. Now, the most recent example I can give of her treachery is found within the episode Newbie Dash, where she decides to give Rainbow Dash a rather embarrassing nickname, hence the name of the episode. Keep in mind, this is after she had already made countless mistakes and let her ego get in the way of what's important so many times. So, the fact that Rainbow Dash messes up only once and lets her ego get the better of her, resulting in her biting off way more than she can chew, mind you, this was once, lands her getting an embarrassing nickname is just baffling to me. Now, these are just a couple of hand-picked examples throughout the show, but I do suppose this video does need to come to an end at some point, so I will end it here. I've been Larry Semibrief, I hope you have a good day, and I will be back next Tuesday. Goodbye, everypony. Hi, Larry in Post. I'm currently working on the thumbnail while also sipping up apple juice, while also listening to the Equestrian soundtrack, which I may or may not be working on a video about them. We'll see how it goes. I'm thinking about, diving back into the movies, because it's been years since I've watched them, Anyway, I really gotta finish this up, so I'm gonna stop recording and, add this to the video, and, then video will be posted. Let me know what you thought of this one in the comments. By the way, yes, I do take requests. So, if you have a character that you want me to analyze or whatever, just put them in the comments. I will happily do it, and I'll get to every single comment that I possibly can. So, yeah. Bye-bye.